Hello everybody, it's me, Riffraff Hornhelm, and I'm back again with another presentation from the Dwarven Vault. And today we have a monster review. And today we're going to talk about the Manticore. And the Manticore is as brought to us from the original monster manual for use with basic Dungeons and Dragons and advanced Dungeons and Dragons, or what's typically called 1E today. So the Manticore. The Manticore is a very cool creature. It's evil and it's not very smart, but it can give you a pretty good encounter. The Manticore has a armor class of 4, and it has 6+3 hit dice. You can hit it with standard weapons. It does not have any specific magic resistance. And like I said, the intelligence is low, so these are more of a wild creature. And this creature is bizarre. I mean, take a look at it. It's got a human head, a lion body, this weird long tail with spikes on the end of it that it could throw, and bat wings. Kind of a nightmarish looking creature, not one you'd want to run into in the wild. And of course, that's where they live. I'm always, impressed by how frightening these things look. Having said that, even though they are evil, 6+3 hit dice is not the end of the world. You can get around a 4 armor class. But you do have to watch out for its claw, and bite. And the claws are 1 to 3 each, and it's 1 to 8 on the bite. Not very much, right? Yeah, I agree. But the spikes add a little bit to it. They only do 1 to 6 points each, but they can throw 6 of them, and they can do it 3 or 4 times before they run out of spikes. Essentially, they can throw them the same distance that a small crossbow can go, so I think it's 180 feet, something like that. That adds a little bit to it. There's no poison. There's nothing really special beyond that part of it. But, low intelligence, evil, not the happiest disposition. If they see you, they're going to want to get into some kind of a tussle. Now, the wild that they live in is not really described. They say that they lair in underground caverns and in underground spaces with wings. I have to wonder about that part, but okay. Every time I've run into them as a player, they've been outdoors in wild, desolate spaces with a cavern lair. Now, no matter where they go in terms of desolate spaces, they tend to prefer warmer climates. And most importantly, their preferred prey is man. Now, I don't know what it is, but in the monster manual, there must be several dozen creatures whose preferred food is mankind. I think humans in the real world should be glad it's not like that. Because otherwise there'd probably be less population issues in the greater world. They love men. They're evil. And they don't love men because they love men. They love men because they're tasty. And, I should say humans. They're indiscriminate. They'll eat men, women, children. Doesn't really matter. It's mankind or humankind that they're interested in. And really, from a dwarven perspective, because they do get into some underground lairs and things like this, yes, we've run into manticores before. They're stupid. And they're nasty and aggressive. And they really don't want us. They're looking for man flesh to eat. They have not been difficult to drive away and or kill. We don't find them to be a super potent opponent. And frankly, because we're dwarves and not as tasty to them, they really don't want to mix it up. I'm good with that. Of course, in the gaming world, it's a little bit different. And in talking to the greater Hornhelm community and talking with both the dungeon masters and the players, dungeon masters said that they were a fun creature to use. I mean, you can get them in groups, small groups. And if you do, well, then they could provide a reasonable encounter for a lower to moderate level group. You don't have to worry about them trying to outsmart you, number one. you do have some consistency in knowing that they're evil and wanting to go after human flesh, um, you know what they're going to do. I mean, it's not like there's any cleverness involved here. They're very single-minded. You know, humans eat and kill anything in the way. So, in talking to dungeon masters, you know, like I said, moderate encounter. They gave them a ranking of about a 3.5 to a 4.5, and I don't disagree with it, but I would have probably leaned towards the lower side. Players, much the same. I think I got a 3.5 to a 5. And all of them said that really the only thing to worry about is when they start shooting off the spikes, because it was like having a group of people shoot a volley of arrows at you. But it's always tied to the die roll, and as a 6+3 hit dice creature, they don't always have the highest probability to hit. So, probably not that dangerous. In any case, that's what they said. So, an interesting creature, probably more terrifying looking in person than the actual results are. But interesting nonetheless. Something to consider adding to your dungeon if you haven't done it before and you're looking for something that is above super low level but not too challenging. So that, my friends, is the Manticore. We hope you found today's presentation to be interesting, amusing, entertaining, all that kind of good stuff. If you did, please be so kind as to leave us a like. Consider subscribing if you haven't. Drop us a line, share with your friends. But by all means, come back and see us again real soon. We thank you so very much for your kind support. Take care, everyone, and remember, dwarves rock!